So, good evening, my people. Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to try and help you out. It is always my pleasure to do so. So, hope you're doing well wherever you are. I'm also doing fine. We thank God. So, yesterday I had Lillian asking me to help you out. Maybe you're facing some challenges in your accommodation management. Sorry, accommodation operation management. That is management one. That is again laundry management. So I promise to give you a video on the same to try and help you understand what goes on and what is expected of you during not only NEC exams and also the normal practicals that you guys have. So I've done I decided to at least take you through not only through briefing and also maybe the plan of work, what is expected of you, and also maybe the whole of the other practical that is expected of you. So I hope this video will help you. I hope I'll be able to touch the various parts that you may have questions, but in any case I'll not be able to completely cover what you really need to understand. Please always feel free to ask. I'll schedule, I'll take some part of my time and I'll be able to help you through. So before I start, I would like you to understand that deep 2 laundry management, it is not as easy because from deep 1 and certificate module 2, that is catering and accommodation, you're the one doing the practicals, you're the one doing the laundry and all that, and there was no much talking as long as you're doing the practical. But now when you come to diploma 2, that is laundry management, then that's where now you get to be a manager and you have assistants to work with. So you have your 2 assistants, you're the supervisor in this laundry department, and you need to make sure that everything is going okay. So as a manager, first of all, you should be able to have your supervisory skills intact, because this is one of the things that the examiner will check if you'll be able to supervise the 2 assistants to be able to work with you and to be able to achieve the objectives that you've lined up in your work or in your plan of work. So if you're not able to do this, then this one will not you'll not be able to get the supervisory skill marks, and you should be able also to be able to follow up your assistants if they are doing the correct thing or not. Another thing you should know as a manager, being a manager should be able to solve problems. A manager should be knowledgeable on the specific field that they are in. So you being a manager, it is expected that you have thorough knowledge on laundry, on the articles, on how they should be taken care of, and you should be the one guiding your assistants on how these articles should be laundered, the correct procedures of finishing, the correct procedures of laundry, washing, etc. So you as a manager, you should make sure that you've utafute zile notes zako za laundry certificate 2 and also maybe deep 1 to be able to equip yourself very well, so that now when you come to be a manager, you're able to really pass that knowledge to assistants. And remember again, what your assistants do or what you tell your assistants to do really depicts if you know what you're doing or not. So if they are doing the wrong thing and the examiner is marking, that shows that you as a manager, you also don't know what you're doing. But if your assistants are doing the right thing, it means also their manager, it's very he or she, or you're very knowledgeable of what you're doing. So you should be very careful, especially when giving instructions, especially also when explaining the work procedures that they should follow when carrying out the practical. So let me start with I'll start from where the practical or the plan of work starts, when that is during the laundry management planning. So I'll go briefly to the plan of work. So of course we have the cover page. So the cover page, you all know what is involved in the cover page. So you write the name of your name, your index number, your name of the institution, your course code, the venue, all those details in the first cover page. After the cover page, that one I will not talk too much because again it it's something that you know of. So after the cover page, you come directly to the terms, to the table of content. So the table of content, this is whereby you write the things. Sorry for that. Before I go to plan of work, let me talk about, first of all, I've remembered something, sorry about that. So before I go to plan of work, let me first of all talk about the briefing, then I'll come back to plan of work. Sawa. So briefing of the assistants. So remember, you are the supervisor and you're working with two particular assistants. In this case, let me call them assistant A and assistant B. So these particular students, our fellows assistants, will be assisting you during your practical, because we know that a manager works with subordinates. So they are, in short, your subordinates that you're going to work with. So we start with the introduction. So the briefing is usually 15 minutes. So the examiner will come in, then when they check proper work organization and if you're ready, then the briefing starts. So briefing is basically 15 minutes, so you should be able to manage the 15 minutes very well, and of course touching the major points that are involved in briefing. So in briefing, number one, what you do as part of number one, you should be able to introduce yourself and also the terms of reference. So introduction of self and terms of reference. So how do you introduce yourself? So let me take an example of myself. So nimesimama pale, so the examiner is seated there, then I'm the one managing for the day. So I would go, my name is Lyn Accomodation. I'm the manager of today, and with me I'll be working with my two assistants, and the question that I balloted was question 4, which talked about me as a supervisor in a hotel, that I'm going to clean the following articles. Then you introduce your articles. So when now you're introducing the articles, of course there is a way that you have arranged the workplace or the place of work or the setup work area. So kuna vile, I don't know if you remember how tulikuwa tumeipanga, or during that time how we do panga them, whereby you have your labels, you have the articles labeled, those ones to be washed, those ones to be finished, and maybe articles to be washed and also to be finished, and also the one that we are going to demonstrate about. So during now that you've already introduced yourself, now during the terms of reference, of course you will read, and remember you have the teaching aids, that is the charts. So you'll be pointing out on the articles that you are going to wash. So maybe today I'm washing 2 cotton t-shirts, maybe I have 2 toweling kitchen towels, maybe I have 3 blah blah blah, like that. So when you're introducing the terms of reference, you point at the article, then of course tell us what it is, and also remember you have the chart, so you still have the pointer that you'll be using to point the items that you're going to present. So number one, you introduce yourself and also to the terms of reference. Terms of reference, it's the question that you balloted for. Then so that one go for 1 mark. Then point number 2 in the briefing, they introduce your assistants. So at this point now, you've already told us your name, then you've told us your terms of reference, what you'll be working with. Then number 2 now, introduce your assistants. So today being the 8th of August 2023, I'll be working with the following assistants. This is Lyn Accomodation and assistant 1. Then this one is Joshua Kiprop, assistant 2, just for example. So you introduce your assistants. Number 3, after introduction of assistants, issue the job cards. So remember, a job card, it's a written document that explains how the work will be done, how the particular tasks for each assistant will be carried out. And a job card should be well explained. Again, as we know the format of a job card, it should have the timing and also the work procedures explained. And of course, pale juu ya job card, it should have the name of the assistant, because each assistant should have their own job card. So maybe assistant 1 or assistant A, then you have the timing, we also have the work procedures. So of course, maybe from 8 to 9, usually it is carrying out previous preparation tasks. Then maybe from 9 to 9:15, then we have the briefing. After the previous preparation tasks, then immediately we have the briefing. So briefing, I said it is 15 minutes, so it's from before that, carrying out preparation tasks is usually 1 hour. So if the practical is starting at 8, so it will be 8 to 9. Then immediately after previous preparation, then we do have the briefing. So briefing being 15 minutes, so it is 9 to 9:15. Then we write briefing, of attending the briefing, because this assistant will be attending the briefing. So allow me to say this. Allow me to please. I'll prepare a job card if time if time allows. I'll do prepare a job card for you. Then I'll send you via WhatsApp. So this is where now you're issuing the job card. So remember, the job card, it is a written document that should be able to explain the work procedures. So remember again, the briefing is 15 minutes. So each assistant, because maybe the question has maybe Roman 1 has 3 polyester chef jackets, Roman 2 has 3 linen whatever, the other one, so the 3 articles per. Actually, they are 15, if I'm not wrong, 15 articles. So each assistant, being 2 of them, they should be able to handle quite, they should be able to launder quite some articles. So each procedure for carrying out the laundry of this article should be properly explained, because within the 15 minutes you cannot be able to explain everything to the assistants, you get. So you should be able to outline now or explain everything in the job card. And that's why you'll find out when you're now doing the briefing, you should be able to talk of the rest of, you should be able to tell the assistants. Of course, assistant 1 will be laundering the polyester chef jackets, wash in warm water, blah blah blah, like that. Then you will not have time to finish the whole procedure for the 15 articles. That is right. So what you do, you tell them, you talk about the rest of the procedures will be found in the job card. So the job card should be more detailed, have the proper procedures of how to carry out the laundry procedure, so that the assistants will be able to follow. You get, I hope you understand. Then a job card number 1 should have the correct format. So ile job card umetengeneza, make sure it has the correct format. The correct format is, it should be timed and also work procedures explained. So pale kwa heading have assistant 1, then on this side have time, then have the work procedure or the activity. So from 8 to 9, that is the this particular assistant 1 will be carrying out previous preparation. Then maybe write down the various previous preparation, because again, previous preparation can run mpaka number 15. There are so many, you get. So this assistant, because there are 2, they should be able to share the tasks. So huyu mwenye assistant 1 muandikia zile previous preparation atakuwa anafanya. Then ukikuja kwa job card 2 ya assistant 2, pia muandikia the previous preparation afa kufanya. Then so that is 8 to 9. Then 9 to 9:15, of course both of them will be attending the briefing. Then from 9:15 to blah blah blah, huyu wa kwanza atakuwa anafanya nini, then huyu wa pili atakuwa anafanya nini. So make sure the job card is properly explained in time. That is the correct format. Number 2, a job card should be of quality. So quality meaning, hizi vitabu mnatumia kama recipe card, that one is a good quality. So make sure the job card iko good quality. Isikuwe tu karatasi ya kitabu yaba ikimwagikiwa na maji inararuka. So it should be of very good quality. Or maybe you can make ya manila alafu make sure you protect it. Then so a job card, another thing, it should be well protected. So take a clear sellotape and protect the job card, so that in case, remember you are doing laundry, there is a lot of water being handled. So in any case, the job card yanguke when the assistant is using, it is not damaged or ruined. So that is number 3, that is issuing of job cards. Then another procedure in the briefing now, it is checking assistants grooming. So wakisha kuja, remember tumewa introduce, then tumewapea the job cards. Sasa wakikuja kuchukua the job cards, now check their grooming. So remember, in the laundry we do have a uniform, we do have protective clothing, because again, when you're doing the laundry, you may be dealing with different articles, you may be dealing with even with hot water, etc. So you should be well protected. Especially also, you maybe would be using the laundry glue, any other chemical that you can think of. So you should be well protected with a dust coat, or however maybe you dress during your practicals. Make sure your head is protected with a hairnet, and you have a dust coat, you have black comfortable low heel shoes, etc. No nail varnish, no whatever, no watches, no chewing of gum, all those ones. So check their grooming. Also make sure they have covered their hair. If it is men, they have shaved their beards and everything. So check their grooming. If in any case you find an assistant who has not followed the proper grooming or the proper uniform, then the next point is take action. So in this case, you're the manager. So manager, if you find someone is not following rules, what do? You take action. So huyu assistant hana headgear, huyu assistant hana, maybe amepaka makeup, huyu assistant hana viatu, akona heels. So you should take an action. Tell them to go and seek for proper shoes. Tell them to go and remove the makeup. Tell them to go and remove the necklaces or the dangling earrings. So you should be able to take action. So that is step number 4, checking assistants grooming. Then number 5, take appropriate action. And remember, don't be too soft, because taking the action, again, it gives you, even if it is 1 mark, it is a mark, because ukiwa na 99 umekosa hiyo moja, utafika 100 marks, so taking action is a must. So if they are okay, if they are well groomed, there is no need for taking an action. But if there is an assistant that is not properly groomed, make sure it is a must you take an action. Na ukimwambia atoke nje aende atafute correct attire uniform, make sure she goes out and brings the correct one. You get, so that you're able to get the marks. Then the next point is introduction of equipment and materials. So in this case, of course, you've already set your work areas, you've already set your work centers, where you'll be doing your practical from. So in this place, of course, you have all the equipment, you have the materials that you'll be working with. So the buckets, the mop buckets, all those equipments, the pegs, the hangers, the iron box, etc., all those equipment. Then you also have the materials that you'll be using, kina water, you have the laundry agents, the blue, the starch, all those items that you'll be using. So introduce to us. So of course, it's during, again, briefing. So you have your pointer. So to go to where your work center is, where you've displayed your equipment and materials. So today I'll be working with the following equipment. So then you introduce the equipment. You get. Then point number 7, after you introduce the equipment and materials, then state the objectives / expectations. So of course, in your teaching aids on the charts, you've written your objectives, you've also written your expectations. So now it is the time to state them. So just state them, and then immediately after stating them, now come and explain the objectives and how to achieve the objectives. So maybe you have an objective, maybe to maximize on profits, being an objective. So again, you remember, you're the manager, hii practical ni yako. So hizi objectives, wewe ndo unajua how you want them to be achieved. So you need to explain them to your assistants how you want your objectives to be achieved. So let's talk about, maybe it's profit maximization, to maximize on profits. So how do you want your assistants to help you to maximize your profits? Maybe it is time management. How do you want your assistants to help you in time management, etc., and so many other objectives that you will come up with. So after stating the objective, then explain how you want them to be achieved. Then also you have your expectations on the chart. So state the expectations and also explain how you want them to be achieved. So whatever expectation that you have on the assistants, you expect them to do this and that. You expect them to keep time. You expect them to work as a team. So let's talk about, you expect them to work as a team. So how do you expect them to work as a team? So please explain, make sure you explain to them, because they should be able, they are there to help you to achieve objective. They are there to help you to get your marks because you're the manager. So remember, hii mtihani ni yako kama manager, so you should be able to equip your assistants with knowledge on how you want them to behave. So explain those expectations and also objectives. Then the number 9, we have briefing on hygiene and safety measures. So on your teaching aids, on your charts, after objectives, expectations, you should have hygiene, control measures, and also safety measures, and also hygiene measures. So in this case, hygiene measures, how do you want them to conduct? State briefly on the hygiene and safety measures. Then you also have work procedures should be explained. So sasa turudi kwa articles zetu. So we have these articles laid up. So briefly explain the work procedure. So for example, you have a poplin skirt, you have a velvet whatever. So how do you want it to be laundered? So wash in warm soapy water, rinse in first in blah blah blah, rinse twice in blah, dry on the, like that. So explain the work procedures. If you're not able to explain for all of them, at least do some, considering it is 15 minutes. Then the other, you should be able to give instructions that are clear, precise, and systematic. So remember, you are working with assistants. How assistants, wewe ndo unawapea instructions. So if you're not able to give them instructions, they'll do otherwise. They'll not be able to help you achieve what you're there to do. So make sure you give them instructions. Maybe you want them to do the laundry for 15 minutes, then go maybe take the items for drying for 5 minutes, come finish the items for 5 minutes, then exactly at this time they should be able to come for briefing. So you should be able to give them instructions, correct instructions. Maybe even tell them exactly at 1 I need you to be here for debriefing, to debrief them or to give them further instructions. Then make sure the instructions are very clear, they are very precise and very straightforward. Then of course, confidence, pia confidence inachekiwa. So you are the manager, you should carry yourself as a manager, you should hold up your head high as a manager, because remember, confidence, even if you don't know something, ukiwa na confidence, people might believe it is true. But ukikuwa pale alafu you are like you're shaky, you are not talking very well, you're not even loud, the examiner will also not believe in whatever content that you have. So make sure you have the confidence, make sure you instruct very properly, make sure you give out your best. Then finally, preparation of and use of teaching aids. So we have a pointer, you should make sure that you have a pointer and also have the charts well prepared. So chart, make sure they are very neat, the font size is correct. So usually the headings, for example, you have the heading objectives, so make sure the heading objective is bold. So you can use a different color, and maybe you use for the topic, you use maybe red or whichever color. Then for the other writings, you use black or whichever color that you choose. And make sure also the headings are in capital letters, then the others follow very nicely. Then if you're using the manila, make sure you underline it very correctly with a straight line. Wengine wana underline, zingine zinaenda sijui diagonal etc. So make sure your charts are very correct. Another thing, maybe make sure your charts are of the same color. Usikuwe na manila ya green, uko na ya pink, uko na ya yellow, uko na ya blue, uko na whichever color. So if possible, have a uniform color, so that now ile inatoka, yani ile charts zako zinatoka vizuri sana, because teaching aids will give you a mark. Then last but not least, we have what we call demonstration. Remember, part B of the question, of course, it is to demonstrate on how to carry out the following tasks. So maybe Monday washing of a polyester jacket, Tuesday is starching of a cotton chef jacket, Wednesday maybe ni bluing of blah blah blah, Thursday ni preparation of starch etc. So whichever demonstration and you may ballot, then you should be able to write the demonstration notes. And in this case also, during the demonstration, you should be able to arrange the setup work area with the demonstration items that you need. So in the demonstration notes, of course, this demonstration skills comes with 15 marks. So demonstrate at the proper time. So when you're demonstrating, make sure you're demonstrating at the proper timing. Make sure demonstrating at the proper timing. So if the examiner says demonstration it's 10 minutes, make sure you keep time. Then introduction to the demo. So of course introduce your demo. So whatever you're introducing about, make sure you give the proper demonstration. So maybe I'm demonstrating about starching a cotton chef jacket. So introduce, tell us what is starching, tell us what is introduction. I hope you know what I'm talking about. Then of course make sure your items, equipment and materials are well assembled, only what you need for demonstration. Then ability to talk and show, it is also checked. Are you able to talk? Are you able to showcase what you know? So when you're talking, make sure you talk sense, make sure you talk what you know. So kama haujui, so make sure whatever you're talking, you have the ability to talk the right thing. Then systematic presentation of facts, make sure you're presenting the facts. So kama cotton tunajua inafuliwa na maybe hot water, don't talk of warm water etc. So make sure you have the facts correct. Then again, confidence pia inaangaliwa kwa demonstration skills, use of correct materials and equipment. Do you know how to use the laundry glue? Do you know how to use the starch? At what point do you starch the article? At what point do you glue the article? So make sure you're able to use equipment and also materials correctly. Then cleaning after the demo. After you're done with the demo, of course you should clean the area that you've used. So you should not leave the area just like that, but before you clean the area, after you do the demo, clean the area. Then results for the demonstration, so show the examiner the results of the demo. So if you're starting, please make sure that they see the results. Then after you're done, now instruct one of your assistants or both of them to be able to demonstrate exactly what you did. So kama hauku demonstrate vizuri, of course they'll follow exactly what you're doing. So make sure you have your facts right. So for now, let me do that because of time. So I really hope I've been able to help you in one way or another. So in case of any question, please don't hesitate to ask. So thank you so much and God bless you. See you. Bye.